This episode of Off the Job Podcast is sponsored by Gas Certificate app.
One login, all your certs, invoices, quotes, diary management, no nonsense. Get on Gas Certificate app and free up your evenings. Use POD30 for 30% off a yearly plan. Your future self will thank you.
This episode of Off the Job Podcast is sponsored by FlexiGas.
Welcome back to another episode of Off the Job. Today we've got a very special guest. We have got the Viking. We've got Shane.
I was more going for Team Wolf.
Team Wolf, yeah. That's what Great Scott calls me.
Yeah.
Team Wolf.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shane.
Yeah.
Hello.
What's your surname, Shane?
Raffaele.
Raffaele.
Shane Raffaele. I'm Pete Withers and
I'm Keiran Yates.
yeah,
That's for anyone that don't know us.
Yeah.
You've remembered to do that today, haven't you?
I've
The
remembered
intro.
to do it every week for the
Right.
past
This
2
always
3 weeks.
happens. We end up having bickering before we even start.
Ambiance. So it's ambiance.
But yeah, you're a plumber, gas engineer.
Yep.
What do you like to call yourself?
Heating engineer.
Heating engineer.
Yeah, I'm one of them ones.
Do you know what? When I got married this year, and we had to go to the council, and you have to answer questions and whatever else. And when I went in after my missus got asked all the questions, he went, "So what's your occupation?" And I was like, "Or what did your missus basically call your occupation?" And I was like, "She probably called me a plumber, but heating engineer." And he was like, "Nope, she said heating engineer." And I was like,
She was worth marrying.
"Yeah,
She's a
Yeah,
keeper.
yeah.
She knows. She knows. Let's be honest with you.
Now she just calls me a plumber. But,
Yeah, you are.
when it mattered, she counted.
You're a shit tickler.
Yeah.
But
You know it.
I think I'm looking forward to this one because you've literally just gone self-employed. So I think it's a real good time for you to share sort of obviously background about yourself, what you've done, and also like that step to going self-employed. When was it? Like last week? The
Friday
day of recording.
last week.
So literally
He's fresh.
So, like, yeah,
2-3 days ago you went
yeah,
self-employed.
2-3 working days ago.
Fresh
yeah.
into our world, boys.
So it'd be great to sort of dive into sort of helping you make that step, what you've prepped to do that, and like, because a lot of people are struggling out there to make that step. Cause
It's a big jump, like
yeah.
for. Yeah, it is a big jump, really.
What did your bosses say at your old job? Were they all right? Were they?
Yeah, I mean, because I actually gave, I thought it was a month's notice. So I rung him up middle of August and was like, just to let you know, this is what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to hand my notice in end of August. And he went, he was fine with it. He was like, to be honest, I sort of knew it wasn't going to be a forever job for you, which it wasn't. And he was like, oh, it's 8 weeks notice. So I had to work for 8 weeks before I could leave, which was hard. Because I'd already made up in my mind that I wanted to leave.
Yeah, it's in your mind.
And I was like, right, I'm going to prep to leave end of September and whatever else. So, yeah, that was quite difficult, having to...
almost in holiday mode. And
Yeah, a little bit. But, yeah, they were fine. They were fine, really. It's they were a good company to work for. It's just the hours were, for me, unsociable.
because you was living in Southend, travelling to Kent.
Kent, London. Towards the end, I got a little bit more lax with it about getting up earlier, making sure I was on time. I don't know if that was in my head. I was like, I'm just sort of, I'm seeing the door now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was part of it, but it was, for the most part, up and out 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning, home at 8 o'clock at night. So you're talking like 14-hour days
Yeah.
regularly, almost every day.
What was the time? What was the sort of knock-off time that you can finish?
Round about 5, but then it's normally where you are. So if you're in central London and you've got to get back to
It's a
Southend,
long old time. Isn't it?
like, if you leave at 5, you're not getting home till 7, 8 o'clock at least. And then some days you've got jobs that just roll over, which you can't help. That is
If
what
the
it is.
times were better, like what's the reason you wanted to go self-employed? Was it just a bit more flexibility, like the
Money.
travelling? Like what was the reasons? Would you say?
So why I went employed or went self-employed?
Self-employed.
Self-employed.
we,
So
we can go to that because you was actually self-employed.
I was
before.
self-employed before, so one of the reasons I went self-employed, because it kind of links to why I've gone back, but one of the reasons I went self-employed, employed, was for guaranteed money every month. All I wanted to do was just do my job. I didn't want to organise all the customers and paperwork and quotes and all that sort of stuff. I also accrued a bit of debt through merchants, things like tax bill, things like that as well.
So you
I was
learned a lot from that first experience. What age was you when you first went self-employed?
23, 24. I was a level 2 apprentice. I think I'd been plumbing for 2 or 3 years.
And then you just went on your own.
And then just went on my own. And I was like, I had to learn at that young age. It was like, right, I need to. I say young age. I didn't have life experiences that I have now. So it was very much for me. I want to go employed because I don't want to have to deal with all the extra stuff that you got to deal with, and also it's I've lost my train of thought.
Just give him a round of applause. Bring him back up.
Have some water.
Lost my train of thought.
This is what they do to me.
Cut that out, can't we, Robbie? We cut it out. Yeah, sweet. So one of the other reasons I went employed was for I wanted more freedom. So I wanted to start work at whatever time, get home at whatever time, thinking that it would be home at a reasonable time every day. And I was getting married as well. So I was like, I need to make sure I'm getting regular money because I've got a wedding to pay for. That was a big thing. So did all that. But probably just after my wedding, which was in April, I started to think to myself, I haven't got any free time to do the stuff that I want to do. There was a trade event I wanted to go to that I couldn't go to because I couldn't get the holiday off and stuff like that. And also, there's 24 hours in a day. I'm working for 14 hours most days, or I'm out of the house for 14 hours. I like to get 8 hours sleep, which leaves me with 2 hours free time, if you want to call it that, where I've got to eat, shower, do whatever.
So going employed, you actually thought you would have more freedom.
Yeah.
And what was the reason? What freedom did you think you'd have?
So it's like just more freedom in the evenings to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You're talking about you're not worrying about the
invoicing, the quoting, and
I'll go home from my job that I do and shut down. Do you know what I mean? Just relax. That's what I think.
Which in our job, we all know, never happens anyway. Like, because you're worrying about this, you're worrying about that.
Yeah, you get a lot of that. I know a lot of people go.
Are you alright?
What?
His voice went all funny, like he's mumbling.
Oh, did it? It's maybe I come away. No, I said you get a lot of that. You do get a lot of that. But generally speaking, if you work for a company, you should be able to just think. But I know what you're saying, where you think to yourself, did I turn that?
Did I leave the gas? Did I leave a leak?
We're all going to think that. But what you don't want is people phoning you up at bizarre times of the evening, asking you to look at a job, or they've got a problem, one of your customers. I get that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where you're coming from, innit?
Yeah, and that's exactly it. So, but to be honest, I never let that side of things go. So that's partially my fault, if you could call it that, because even though I was employed and I was working for someone, I still kept a lot of my customers. So I was still having to do, and that's where I probably didn't get as much free time as I wanted, because I chose to work
as well. In the evening. Or
what would you change?
I wanted to in the evening,
but you didn't have
I
time.
learned very quickly that wasn't going to happen.
No.
What would you change? Obviously, would you, knowing what you know now, would you have gone self-employed that early into like plumbing?
Yes, but I would have to know what I know now, which I'm never going to know unless I did it. So
ideally, work for a company for a few years. Like if you was to advise your younger self, say,
100%,
would you say work for a company?
Yeah. Work for someone for, even if it's just an extra year or two more than what you think, and try to learn, keep trying to learn the job, but also try and learn a little bit more from the business side of things as well, because they teach you how to do your job in college and out on the job, but no one teaches you invoicing, quoting, how to speak to customers or deal with problems with customers. No one teaches you that.
No.
You have to learn that. So that's something I think it's worth working an employed job for, to try and get that side of things.
Did you always want to be in the trade?
No,
Did you come out of school?
I worked in an office. I worked for Chubb Fire and Security for 4 years when I left school. And then I took voluntary redundancy. And my mate was a plumber at the time. He's still a plumber now. But I went out on a job with him and I was like, yeah, I could do this. I think we were fixing a bathroom. And I was like, yeah, I could do this. I thought it was just dealing with blocked toilets and whatever all the time.
Yeah.
And then turns out it's not. So, yeah. My only regret is I wish I started sooner. I don't know, when did you start, Pete?
26 years ago. When I was 20.
So you were 20. What about you, Keiran? Was it straight from school?
Yeah, I went into electrics first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so straight from school, went to college.
Pipe work that flows better than Pete's banter. Flexigas, quick install, top results.
If you went on your own around 23, 24 and you've been in it a couple of years, you weren't that old. Like, yeah, you could have started 3-4 years whilst you was there, but everything happens for a reason, doesn't it? So now you've gone for like a second attempt at self-employed.
Second attempt. So when I obviously took the employed job, I was like, I'm now going to be employed, being able to actually do the job.
So how long was you employed for?
14 months, so just over a year. I wanted to do a year. That was my, even if I just didn't like it for whatever reason.
I got this wrong. So from 23, 24, you were self-employed for quite a few years.
I was self-employed till about 30, so 6 years. 7 years.
So you only went employed for like the last year
For
and
the
a
last
half.
year. But I did a lot of subby work for people in those 6 or 7 years.
So effectively you had a boss still in those 6 or 7 years, but you were subbing CIS and all that.
For a lot of it. Not a lot of it.
Yeah, like it sort of like works out sometimes for an.
I remember you saying that actually. We have spoke before, and you said it weren't a long period. So yeah, that's I suppose that's sort of hard in itself, isn't it? Being self-employed for that long and then saying, right, I've got to switch to employer to
just to
help
try
for
and
personal reasons.
Stabilise my income. That was stabilise my income. Try and create a bit of a better life for myself, really, where I haven't got to worry about work. I can concentrate on life. There was no work-life balance there.
What could you have done different then to like not get in that position to go employed?
Better organisation, better paperwork management, because better with my finances. That it was just I let things spiral out of control.
See, like you say, taxes. It's easy to not put that tax aside and get caught out.
I've got a really good accountant now, and they done me. I won't talk figures, but they done me an absolute solid. They charged me a pretty penny for the privilege, but without them, I would be in so much worse of a position now. So I think getting a good accountant, if you're employed, you don't really need one. If you're self-employed, 100% a good accountant, because they are worth their weight in gold.
How did you feel in yourself for them 14 months? Did you feel like you took a step back? Because it can be a bit like you want to do it for yourself, and then it's almost, you can't look at it as a step back, but you can make yourself feel like that. It's like I've sort of
what I've built is
what you've built now. You've let go and you've gone for someone else.
That was hard. That was hard because it was like that. But then it was almost, for the first few months at least, it was like a weight had been lifted because you haven't got to worry about anything. You just got to turn up, do your job.
Yeah.
But then it started to come in the long days, and I mean, I think the long days were always there from the beginning, but I didn't think anything of it because I was like, right, well, I've made this decision. I need to stick to it. And it was,
Do you feel like
hard.
you had the same sort of feeling of being employed to self-employed, like worrying about the jobs, and you ain't got to do the management side, but there's still pressure, isn't there?
There is, because you've got a pressure to do the job and get the job done properly. But I'll be honest, the volume of work that we were expected to do was some days was like, how am I going to get all this done? Especially if you're in London, you've got to get from A to B, and it's like, when you look at it, it's 2 miles. That's 25 minutes, half hour.
Why do you think companies do this? Do you think they're not charging enough, so they have to book enough jobs in to earn the money? Or they're just trying to... Or it's all responsive, in it. So they're
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
keep their customers happy, so they're going to try and
So-
squeeze it in.
Obviously, I don't want to say anything bad about the company I worked
Just
for
in
because they were
general,
great,
yeah.
but I think from their point of view, it was all contract work, and a lot of it was responsive. So if they get a call in the morning or they get a call come through and it's an emergency, it's like, right, well, that engineer's nearby, so we'll send them there. But then they should maybe, I did a prime example was this morning. I had a service booked in this morning. I've had to move that customer because I had an emergency come in last night. The service isn't that important, but the water pissing out underneath this lady's kitchen sink was more important than the service, so I had to move it. But with them, it seemed to be, we've had an emergency come in, rather than looking at something that isn't as important, moving it around. Do you know what I mean? So it meant that the engineer was going to be getting home at a better time. But each company's different.
Yeah. Like you say, I think because it's responsive, they've got to keep the customers happy. They're going to get it as done as quick as they can, so it goes on
Which
the
is
engineers
fair.
to get that done. And
Which
so
is,
some
yeah,
stuff-
I mean, it's fair to an extent, for sure.
So what's your plan then? So what's your plan? So obviously you recently married. So
OnlyFans.
yeah. So you recently married, but I'm guessing you're going to be planning having kids and stuff like that. And is
Possibly.
that going to be working around like the self-employed life? Was that a benefit? Was that a factor to your decision into becoming self-employed again?
Yeah, so this year my missus went self-employed as well. So she's working less but earning more, which is amazing for her. But seeing her do that also made me think, I need to go back. I need to go back to being self-employed because
What's she
she's
do?
hairdresser
Oh right, yeah.
and nails, not mine.
You're going to say
Don't do my hair.
you're not a
either.
good fucking advert for her, are you?
No, to be fair, if you've, I've posted a few reels and stuff of we've built a home salon at home.
Oh nice. Yeah.
Unless the council's seeing this, then it's garden room.
Yeah.
It's garden room with a sink in it.
Yeah.
But it's so seeing her do that and how well she's doing, I was like, you know what, I need to get back to doing that, and also just being in control of your own diary, feeling like I felt like they owned me. That's the thing. They were very much like every day, but it kind of goes with, I just wanted to do my job, so they tell me where to go and I go and do it, which is what employed life is about. But actually, I've realised that I want more freedom. I want more me time. And I think being self-employed...
It does create that. It's still very hard to create that balance, isn't it? Because people don't say no to jobs. So it's,
I mean,
if you become fully booked,
Oh, mate,
then
yeah.
it's hard to create that. And
And I'm one of the worst for not saying no. I say yes to absolutely everything. And then I'm like, right, well, I'm now screwed because I've got no free time. But it's my own doing.
What's the main things you've sort of got in your mind? Like, I think pricing's a big one. People don't know their pricing. Like this time round, have you more... Obviously, I have to say your pricing, but do you have a structure there, or are you just sort of...
Yeah, I've got a structure that I'm trying to stick to. I know like what my radiator pricing is. If I'm just changing a radiator, if I've got to move it from A to B, I kind of got a good idea on. If someone says to me, "Oh, I need a radiator moved," I can be like, right, I can give you a rough price of what it will be, but I'll have to look at it first. Boiler servicing, £85. That's what I charge, unless it's a strip down, and then it's £150 plus parts. And then it's just I have got a structure there.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure I'm sticking to it and not feel bad for Mrs. Jones, and I'm like, just give me 50 quid.
But it sounds like you are that person.
Yeah.
Sounds like, from what you're telling us, that is what you've done before.
Yes,
So
exactly.
That's how you got in trouble.
But
That is exactly it.
But it's very hard to change that mindset, because I'm in the same sort of, that's the way I am a lot of the time. Do you know what I mean?
Mates rates, isn't it?
And it's like, you
When
can't.
a lot of them, they're not mates, they are customers.
Yeah,
to you,
no, that's
do you know
it.
what I mean?
And you'll
Like,
have
you done a job the other day for dinner.
50 quid in dinner. 50 quid in dinner.
Yeah.
But he's my builder.
But it's easy to like...
You can do that. You're allowed to do that. So I done it after work.
Oh
And
no,
do
anyone's
you know what
allowed
I mean?
to do it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, really,
But it don't matter if it's after work, 'cause it's not after
yeah, no.
work.
If you're a businessman, you wouldn't do that.
It's your time, isn't
So
it?
it depends on how far you want to go with pushing your business. If you want to be a successful businessman, you can't do them jobs.
Yeah.
No.
Or if you are going to do them jobs, you need to charge
Well,
the
no,
right
that's what I
money.
mean. Yeah, right. You can't do them jobs for that. You've got to charge the right money.
Yeah.
To everyone. There ain't no mates in business.
No. And that's one of my very, very, very good friends. Who's actually my best mate. One of my best mates, because he will be listening and he'll be like, no, I'll have to call him my best mate because he's like, you can't have more than one best mate.
Sounds like a bit of a fucking pussy hole to
It's
me.
Dan, isn't it? It's Dan, because off camera you said your best mate's Dan.
Simon.
No,
He
you said
caused
Dan out
it.
there,
He's
bro.
I don't
caused
know.
loads of problems.
I don't even
He's
know
done
it,
it
Dan.
like, fucking
I know I
hell.
do.
Is it
Central-
Simon? Simon, like, get hold of yourself, mate. You know what I mean?
He'll love that as well. He'll absolutely love that. But yeah, he always said to me, when you do work for family, they get charged normal rate.
Yeah, and your family should understand that.
Yeah.
It's like everyone says, if you're doing mate rates, your mates will back you as a business.
And they should.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you say, you try and fit it around your normal work.
Yeah.
So then it feels like you're not losing
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
If it's replacing a job, then. But if you're going there in the evening, yeah, it's just time, innit? So that's
Yeah.
why you just.
And that's it. Our job is to give our time to people. That's what our job is, our time and our experience. And that costs us, well, it's time we can't get back, so you have to charge for it.
So the biggest thing, obviously, going self-employed is getting the work. So it's very hard unless it's sort of recommendation, people you know. So what, do you have any plans with that, or you just sort of got old customers?
Yeah, what he's going to do, he's going to get on top of his van and surf it with Shane the plumber on the side of it.
I need a trade apps surfboard.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
innit?
need.
Yeah.
I'm quite lucky that I've had, for some reason, I was saying to Pete earlier, for some reason the last 2 weeks my phone has just blown up with people wanting jobs done. It's allowed me to get booked up for the next 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I'm coming into the beginning of November and I'm booking work in. I don't want to be that far in front, like too much.
I think when you do responsive work, you ain't anyway. I always just used to be like a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
That's what it becomes,
Yeah.
because all the little jobs just keep coming in.
Keep coming in.
like-
You'll always
And
get somebody in the emergency. Yeah, I'm booked up till fucking March next year.
Oh,
Yeah,
that never
What
happened to
fucking
me.
talking about, you dickhead? Do you know what I mean?
If you're doing bathrooms or something, stuff like
Yeah.
that, and they can wait. But
Yeah, that's fair.
all my jobs are responsive, so it's
Yeah.
like a week, 2 weeks max.
Someone don't know in 2 weeks' time their
Yeah.
boiler's going to break down.
No,
Exactly.
So
yeah.
it's
So
The phone,
people
we've
worry
always
too
said
much
the
about
phone
it.
always randomly just phones. Do you know what I mean? Like it rings. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
randomly just rings
It
at the
should
right
ring,
time.
well, I had it last night. Like sitting there in bed, lady texted me. I got water coming through from my kitchen sink, and I was like, right, okay. Sent me a video, and I was like, right, I'll have to come tomorrow morning. So I had to shift some bits about.
Are you advertising it? 'Cause I spoke to Joe actually. I was just thinking about Google reviews because
Yes.
Joe does well
He does.
off a website and Google reviews. Get
Big
a lot
up
of
Joe,
people.
JK Electrical.
Yeah, JK.
Joe's a good man.
Yeah, Joe's good egg.
We've got to get him on it.
You
Joe.
got to get your van sign written, didn't you? They reckon a lot of people. Yeah.
Oh, that's overrated.
No,
it can help.
Do you know
but
what? I've talked to a couple of people lately who said they've just had their vans done. He said the amount of work that he's got from it, and I'm like, I've never had my van sign written. Do you know what I mean?
No.
And maybe I've missed a trick, you know. But
I'm not interested in getting it signed.
I know
I want it vinyl wrapped though.
we talk about it being an advertisement for fucking
It's a
feeds,
driving
innit?
app,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I think it can definitely help. Like you work in someone's house and a neighbour comes, but when someone wants a job done, they're always going to go to their family. Do you know someone? And then the next
recommendation line.
step, everything's recommendation because.
Or go to Google, boiler breakdown or boiler repair or whatever.
But yeah, maybe try what Joe's doing. I've
had quite in-depth conversations with Joe about
it's
that.
just getting the reviews. If you get in a habit of asking every customer
Yeah.
and almost having a bit of a
I think
process there.
One of the things he does, he gives them his business card, QR code on it, takes them straight to his Google page.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really good way of doing it. I think you just got to get into that habit of doing it whenever you go to a job. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But yeah, I've had good chats with Joe about that, and also changing your location as well. So if you're the areas you work in, you can put in on Google the areas you're happy to work, and then the more reviews you get, the more likely you are to get recommended in those areas if people are
I
searching
think
for you.
social media, a lot of people do start these pages for portfolios, not Pete, but Pete, like I think people should start using because it's organic. Like if you just that day in the life stuff of doing constant jobs, if customers see that and you,
mate, I've got loads of customers actually thinking about it where I go to the house to do a job and they're like, oh, I love your thing you do in the morning or whatever, and they follow
people
along.
get to know you as well. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So what? Yeah. When did you start social media?
Do you know what? About a year. I think I got to 1,000 subscribers in September last year, and I'd been, I think, April last year. So just over a year and a half.
What made you start that? Did you sort of?
Do you know what it was? Oh, it's exactly when it was. The first tool theft rally. I went to that. Was you were there, weren't you?
No, I didn't make the first one.
My
Was you
dad.
on the first one?
He went, yeah.
So, obviously, met Schweb at Thurrock with Danny Madden, Lewis Lay. Love Lewis. Bundle of energy. But yeah, met them and Kimmy the Sparks, and also just a few other people that lived in our area. Jason, all sorts. Become really, really, really good friends with him from meeting him on that day.
All sorts. Is he the water softener guy?
Yeah.
Yes, that's funny.
He's the water softener
Yeah,
guy.
it's funny because I was on a job and I was showing bits and bobs, and he messaged me and he went, "Is that in Billericay?" I went, "Yeah," and he went, he goes, because there was a water softener on the job, but they was his long-term client. Do you know what I mean? But they got me in to do the plumbing, boiler, and all that.
Yeah,
malarkey.
yeah.
I went, yeah. He went, yeah, well, do you know them then? He went, yeah, they're my clients. And I was like, oh, right, okay. I won't nick the water softener then. Because I was going, do you know what I mean?
Take it out.
I was like, yeah, just take it out. Because I said to them, I said, you might want to get a water softener guy on this to get you a new one or service it or whatever, because they didn't know what one it was.
Yeah, yeah.
So then they obviously used him, and then I took it out for him and said, it's ready for you to go, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
He's a good egg as well. Jason's
yeah,
a real,
he seems like a
real
good bloke,
egg.
yeah.
He knows his water softeners inside
He
and out.
knows his water softeners.
Yes, he does.
He knows them.
But yeah, so from that day, I just loved the community of it all, the whole social media community sort of ethos, and I was like, do you know what, I want to be in this.
Yeah.
So for me, it was more about just being part of the community. I was never that the followers thing doesn't bother me too much, although it's exciting when you get to nice little milestones.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping this week to get to 5k. That's where. But again, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not that bothered.
Had you been around it before that at like exhibitions? Was that the first?
That was the first.
So you hadn't been to
Everyone
install the
gets
show?
into the exhibitions from socials.
Did you go
or...
installer last year?
No, I went to installer when it was at Coventry.
Okay.
That was about 5 years ago.
Mm.
Before
Oh, right.
the first one after COVID, actually.
Yeah. That's a remake on that.
Don't remind me.
That's when we had our first kiss. Pete.
Is it tongues?
God.
He was a bit shy, so it worked.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good sort of. I only went there for the day, and then the next installer I went to was this year. Amazing.
What made? How come you didn't go to the recent one? I see you at Fex actually last year.
I was
wasn't
Actually, we on the TPI
That's when
stand.
you got the TPI.
Yeah, got the manometer. I went there. That was. I'll be honest. I was meant to go to installer last year, but work just. I just couldn't get the time off. And I think that was just before. That was just before I was going employed. So I had so much work to try and tie up. I just couldn't afford to go. Couldn't afford to lose that time.
Because we was talking about the community earlier, weren't we? And we was talking about TikTok because it's like a different kind of people. That like I think Instagram's more community. TikTok, everyone's individual.
Yeah,
And
that's what I think. I tried a little bit on TikTok and I've just kind of left it because it's not what I want to do. Same with Facebook. I don't bother with Facebook either, but I upload my videos to Facebook from Instagram, and then I just I leave
People
it
naturally.
I just let it do its thing. I'm not that bothered. Instagram, is the one for me. It's and I'm going to notice it more now, being back out on my own, where it can be a lonely job. So you open up Instagram, and you've got whoever you interact with all the time, and obviously you make friends on there.
Yeah, like you say, you're working on your own, and it's sort of Gives you that element of not being on your own.
When I started it was all about, it was just like a lot of tips and tricks, and you'd follow other plumbers and all that. And then if you wanted advice off people, you could ask them for advice. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, it was good because you could just pick up loads of stuff. And then you'd find people off of YouTube from Instagram, obviously, and then you divert from Instagram to YouTube and actually pick up a load of like knowledge from people. That's how I started off on it, really.
Because I remember the was it Ollie heating gigs?
Yeah, he's been on here. He's
Mate, I met him at Installer this year, and had such a long conversation with him. I can't remember what night it was, but he changed the way I do things like heating controls.
He changed a lot of the way people done stuff. He opened up a whole new level of like learning for engineers.
Informative videos. Like when I was learning heating controls, the way he explained, he did like a daisy chain method, is what he called it. I'd spent hours trying to learn heating controls. As soon as he explained it in this particular way, I was like, mate, it clicked. And I was just like, I said to him, installer, I was like, you changed the way you changed me.
He's very good at what he does. He tells it in layman's terms and easy ways of the easiest way to do things. But not greatest with the camera, if I'm honest with you. It's fucking shit sometimes, but like at the time.
But he's an engineer, isn't he? That's what he does.
And, that's the thing. So it was quite raw, and it was just quite nice to see. And like you see people doing different things, and he was the reason why. Do you remember he used to have a tool roll, didn't he? He used to have a tool roll.
He used to go on his moped to jobs.
Yeah, I got a tool roll off the back of him. Got the fucking best thing ever had, tool roll. I'd get one tomorrow as well. I need to get another one, to be fair. I need to order a tool roll. So I want one back in my collection.
I never had one.
Yeah, I've looked at tool. I looked at the Vito one that they've just brought out, but I don't think it's going to work for me. But it's tool rolls look like a really good idea. But I think one of the videos of his that I watched, he went to a 40-year-old Valent.
Yeah, first combi.
That was it. Very first ever combi. It took him a while to figure out what the problem was, but it was only because it was such an old appliance.
Yeah.
He fixed it. It was his second visit when because he went with his tool roll, he didn't have everything he needed, so he went back on a second visit and got it fixed. But he filmed the whole thing, explained everything, and it was just
it's good stuff.
So impressive to watch.
But that's why I watched all that sort of stuff through YouTube.
PB was the other one as well.
You watched that all through like COVID and that, didn't you? That's when we sort of like picked up on. That's when everyone sort of like went mental on like social media.
That was when I first downloaded TikTok. Spent 4 hours on TikTok, and I was like, shit, where's that time gone? That was the first time I was like, everyone's talking about this.
Welcome to the doom scroll.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that was just insane. But that's why I don't bother, really.
How do you feel 2-3 days in then? Weight off your shoulders, nervous?
I double booked myself on the very first day. I double booked myself in the afternoon, so I was like,
How?
I said yes when I should have said no.
Well, you just didn't check before you said yes.
I didn't check.
Off to a great start, Shane.
Yeah. I looked at my diary and I was like, I didn't write something in, and then when I realised I was having a conversation with someone and I was like, oh yeah, I can do Friday, that's fine. And then when I checked everything, I was like, oh, no.
The thing is, a lot of people phone you when you're driving and you'll pick up on hands-free and you'll go, oh yeah, it should be okay. I'll tell you what I do. I say, message me and I won't open it up.
Yeah.
And then I'll book you in later. And then I'll get to the next job and I look at my message, I look at the message and I open it and I think, oh fuck. Do you know what I mean? I've forgotten that now. Do you know what I mean? So would you be looking at going bigger? Like, I know it's early days, but you're just looking at being a one-man band, and that's
I did have 2 or 3 years ago. I had five guys. 5 guys.
Yeah.
I had 5 guys. Well, 2 apprentices, 3 engineers that were working for me on a contract job that I was doing. That was not worth the aggro.
It's hard to make that transition.
What's he doing?
So.
Yeah, it's hard to make that transition.
What are you doing? You're always making out that you're doing something, isn't he?
In the cameras.
What?
Peter, since you've had a sleep, you've changed a bit. Have you took like some drugs?
I fell asleep, didn't I? I did. I was fucked.
He probably. Like
But I got here this morning.
Smoking weed or something.
Nah, I ain't been smoking. I was just like, don't know.
Proper mellowed you
I
out.
went on the sofa and I just felt like I've sunk into it. Like I was like, ugh, just fell asleep.
To be fair, I sat down on that sofa and you sink into it.
Yeah, I was
like,
just like tired, man. It's just like, let's just have a little sleep here. You know what I mean? I've done 2 shits today. Maybe that took it out of me.
You've done 2 shits. You've had a sleep.
that's quite demanding on the body.
Don't work, is it?
Yeah, no, it's hard work being human.
But yeah, I'm not looking at going any bigger than one. I might get another apprentice, but to be fair, the apprentice I had, so I did have an apprentice before I went employed. He came with me. He's staying with them.
Yeah.
Which we all, like a lot of us have said, it's the right decision for him because of what he wants to do. If I had to get another apprentice, it'd have to be like him. He is just incredible, head screwed on, good at what he's doing.
So
wants
did you
to
have
learn.
him every day?
No, I did to begin with, and then it changed, and he started going with
Doing his
other
own
engineers,
thing, okay.
which is again good for him because he learned from other people. Like I don't know everything. Do you know what I mean? It's not. I never pretended to, so it was good for him to work with other engineers so that he could see how they work and adapt.
What work would you choose? Like, if you could say, I want to do that type of work, what would
Heating. He says he's a heating engineer.
Heating engineer.
There we are.
Breakdowns, boiler breakdowns. I like taking something that's broken and fixing it. I don't feel like there's much more. I don't feel like there's a better feeling other than
About
getting
fixing
paid.
toilets?
Well, I reckon sex is a better feeling than that, but you can't.
I don't know.
Okay, now he's got a messy job, isn't he, when he fixes the boiler? Whoa! Bring the change of pants.
Toilets are, yeah. I don't mind toilets anymore. I used to, but again, working for these guys, we did a lot of block toilets. A lot of block toilets. And there were some scenarios that were not very nice.
Go on.
And
Did you get shit in your lip?
I don't think I ever did
Plunge,
actually
innit?
get. I don't think I did. There was one time we went to a. What was it? It was like a big building, and the main drain was blocked. So we've taken up the drain cover that was inside the property, and it was the roots of the. There was massive, like 300-year-old trees surrounding this house, but the roots had gone into the drainage and just destroyed all of the clay pipes. So between me and I had Teddy with me at the time. Between me and him, we had to use a stopcock key with the T-bar bit at the top.
Yeah.
We had to use that to hook the roots out, but obviously all the roots were covered in shit. So that was that wasn't very nice. But you've got toilets that people don't care, so it's like, right, you got shit on shit on shit on shit on shit.
Just keep shitting on
Just
shit.
keep shitting on shit. They don't care.
It's like when you go to a bar or something, can
Yeah.
toilet's blocked, you're like, I need to go, so I'm going.
Unless it's you, because I remember a story where you just put your hand. Was it on rugby? Was it rugby tour?
What did you do?
And you put your hand down the toilet and cleared it.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah, without anything on it, wasn't it? You
just
do
put-
it barehanded, didn't you?
Yeah.
You sick fuck.
Why am I struggling to remember that story?
Because
It was an early episode. It was an early episode. It
That's
just
when
popped
you
into
used
my
to
head.
watch them, yeah?
Yeah,
you
well,
just put your hand down there. Yeah, you put your hand down there and just like without a glove, without a bag, you
Straight
just put
in,
it straight in.
bang.
Wallop.
I forgot where that was now.
Yeah, I think it was you was on tour somewhere. I'm sure I remember it being that. But
Too many things.
Probably
around
some perverted game they was playing.
there. Huh?
Some perverted
rugby
rugby
lads
game.
do that, don't they? They like to
Yeah,
have.
just wrong.
They
I've
like
been
to do
watched in a
things.
sink
What about you?
before.
Do you play football or anything? Do anything in your spare time, hobbies or
I'd
whatever?
like to play football, but I don't. I'm doing a charity football match next Friday, which is Tussle of the Trades,
Oh, where's that?
Barnsley. It's for Barnsley Hospice, so it's in Barnsley. Funnily enough,
Who's organising that?
Jamie nailed it, Tavi, and it's being sponsored by.
Oh right.
So I don't know if I can say.
No, you
I
can't.
No,
No,
You can.
no, you can't.
Why?
Can't use that on there.
Why? Because
you
you're
can't.
mates.
Yeah, you can't do that. Can't use it
Why?
because you can't.
do they sponsor the podcast?
We do a lot for them, so you can't mention them on here.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, don't matter. We can
anyway,
edit,
it doesn't edit it
we
out
can
if you have
edit,
to, yeah.
we can edit that out.
But
we won't mention who he just said is sponsoring it.
but yeah, so it's I'm doing that next week, which is good. But to be fair, my hobbies are
Plumbing.
I love my job. I love my job.
How old are you?
32.
That's a good way to be, isn't it?
I know what he's thinking. Wait till you're 40.
Wait.
No, mate, say nothing. I don't need to say it.
Oh, but it's good.
Everyone else
No,
is
it's
thinking
that.
it.
Yeah, I don't need to say it.
But
No,
I
it's
think
good. It's good to enjoy it.
So the social media thing as well. I enjoy that. So I kind of look at that as a little bit of a hobby as well. So obviously you film stuff during the day and then I get home at night and I might edit it or I might not.
Do you do it on YouTube as well? No, you just on Insta, yeah?
No, just on Instagram because I don't have the capacity to do YouTube. Although the YouTube guys say, oh, it's easier than Instagram.
No.
But then Instagram people think it's easier than YouTube.
YouTube's harder. than
it's
Insta.
only there's more editing involved, isn't there? But
and also the uploading process of it all. Like you see when the people are uploading videos and stuff and you've got to leave the computer on for an hour or 2 hours.
That's when they're doing like half-hour episodes and stuff like that. They're doing long-form content.
Yeah.
So
It's not for me. I like watching it, but I just not. I couldn't do it.
I ain't got the patience for it, to be honest with you.
Short form for me.
I think it's been good to share. Obviously, you just going self-employed. I think it's good to share to other people that the journey you've gone through, and even being self-employed for years, going employed just to straighten yourself out, then go back. So
That's effectively it. It's effectively it, and it's
because there's a lot of people out there that are on the fence, and you just got to go.
There are pros and cons to both sides.
Everything's a risk, and everything's a risk. Got to try everything, and that's it. Have you ever burnt your beard with a blowtorch?
No,
I was looking at it, thinking that could go up.
It could go up 100%. I haven't burnt my beard. I don't think I've. No, I've just burnt myself.
Did you have any horror stories from plumbing? We was doing horror stories earlier, weren't we? Any horror stories?
Horror stories. Do you know, I don't think I have.
It's been a delight all the
It's
way
been
through.
amazing, yeah.
Never had a problem.
I've never been covered in shit.
So great. I've never been covered in shit. Go off. You are a heating engineer. You're a typical heating engineer.
And I unblock toilets. But to be fair, that's probably the worst thing, I would say, just toilets. Toilets.
What we have been doing at the end of the episode is asking people that listen a question. We do it on ours, but we started letting the guests
ask the question.
Probably should have said this at the start. So
no, put him on the spot. Fuck him.
Yeah,
but any question that you want to ask, listener.
Yeah, any question. What do you want to ask? What do you want to ask?
What do I want to ask?
Yeah,
ask the
person listening.
Ask the listeners.
Okay. Press or soldering.
There you go, yeah.
Press or soldering.
Let us know in the comments.
Press or soldering. What do you prefer? Or compression? Is compression a leak?
No.
Is compression a leak?
It's not, is it, according to you?
No, it's not. Only if you catch it as it happens.
Yeah.
If you leave it, it becomes a leak. That's my view.
Preferred method of joining your pipe. What is it?
Spit.
Answers on a postcard.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Shane.
Yeah, cheers,
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
And see you around.
And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. It all helps out the channel. That's what we have to say on these YouTube things nowadays, isn't it, Robbie? And we're pointing, and you're going to put the icon there. Don't put it there.
Point again.
Put it there. Cheers, Shane. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, guys.